I think the most amazing thing with this whole flooding situation in Thailand is the amount of water that is covering the ground. It's hard to imagine how much water this is. We went ahead and measured it, and it's amazing because all of the areas that you see here in blue indicate areas that are flooded, not areas that will flood or have the potential for flooding or were flooded before, areas that are covered in water right now. And that would bring you to an area roughly the size of the country of Denmark. So in some cases, this water is just a few inches deep, and in some cases, many feet deep. And all of this is advancing to the south. All of this drainage has to happen across these areas here in Thailand, and all of it is making its way into areas here for Bangkok. 150 kilometers wide, that's over 90 miles. That's how wide this lake of water, you could call it, is making its way to the south. It's going to have a bottleneck into areas here to the south as it drains into the Gulf of Thailand. Well, as all of this water drains to the south, it's getting stopped. It's getting held back by the rising tide. We get the highest tides, of course, when we have the full moon and when we have the new moon, or right around those times. Here we are close to the new moon, and we're going to see these rivers that are flowing to the south getting backed up by the high tide. It slows it down. The highest tides that we're expecting, well, you can see here from this chart. Thursday, Friday, gradually going up as we head into Saturday. Saturday, we'll have the two highest tides that we're expecting, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And some of those forecasts have that tide actually being higher than those embankments that are along the Chao Phraya River, which runs through central Bangkok. So what is the type of flooding that we're likely to see if that forecast actually does hold through? Well, if the embankments are 2.5 meters high and the projected flooding is 2.57 meters at some of these locations, what we're going to see is overtopping of some of these embankments of levees. That will bring over 1.5 meters of water, particularly along the areas right along the river, but we could potentially see some significant flooding also in parts of central Bangkok.